You are now listening to the East Park Podcast.
Quick disclaimer.
You're just not even gonna intro? You're just gonna
We'll
straight
get
to
to
the...
We'll get to the intro. Just want to let everybody know. This episode isn't for sensitive ears, and while I do think this can be a learning lesson for many people going forward, please understand that the things that are about to be said on this podcast represent us not only defending ourselves in a manner, but also setting a story straight with as many facts as we can use. What we are about to say is 100% how we feel. I personally don't care, and I mean,
Don't care.
I'm speaking for myself.
We just don't care.
Cool. If anyone wants to complain about what's going on during the platform we created, because this is why we created this podcast, to speak on the issues that go on in our lives. We've said this from day one since we first came together with this idea. And this podcast has always been and always will be about getting what we want to say off our chest in a way that isn't beyond degrading people. With that being said, my name is Xavier.
My name is Kylie.
Back at it again. You already know. My name is Chad.
Not so bad,
The
Chad.
not so
He's
bad
aight.
Chad.
He's aight.
Just aight.
He's not so bad, you know?
He's a good guy.
Not the not so bad.
Not
I'm
so
having
bad.
trouble with my mic here. It's like too high. There we go.
Dude, I
That's
kind
what
of
she
low-key feel that. It's like pointing down at my chin.
It's the
I like mine to
Pivot
be
adjustment,
poking
yep.
me
Yep, there you
right
go.
in the face.
Oh, there we go.
Like to be like on my nose.
all right.
Just
Episode 19.
19.
Our episode is almost old enough to drive. I'm sorry, to drink.
to drive.
To drink and drive.
When did you get your license?
Yo, I didn't get my license till 18. I just waited on
I got mine is 15 and a half. No, 16. I got my temps at 15 and a half.
Damn.
Good job, Zay.
I did it all at once. I just went and got my temps and my driver's
Yeah.
license all at once.
Dope.
I paid too much for our class.
That's why
So,
I
yeah,
waited till I was
that's fun.
18.
Welcome to the East Park Podcast for all the new listeners. We understand that there's a few people that probably haven't heard of this great podcast called the East Car. Cars Parked
Yo, we
in
should
the
get
East.
an East Park car, dude. Just paint it all black,
mobile
right?
studio?
Matte black, and just put a fat EP on the side with a fat spoiler, dude. I could
down.
see it now.
I'm actually down with that.
Down for that.
Just a shitty beater, like a little Honda.
Yeah,
like,
bro. Let's get like a
like
Honda
$200
2003.
I guess get like a 65 Cutlass.
I think we should get a Subaru. One of those Subarus that are like loud as fuck.
Oh shit!
Like the
Has no muffler.
a WRX.
You're right. Sometimes the clutch goes out.
fuck it. We're all pouring like thousands of dollars into this fucking 2003 Subaru.
Yo, we make a drift rally car, right?
Oh my god.
And we go to
Down.
tournaments, right? Or if there even are tournaments.
We're our own sponsor.
Yeah.
Sponsored by no one but themselves.
No one but themselves.
It's like Talladega Nights when it was like, what's the sponsor? And it's like, me. You. Me. The fucking, you don't remember that part?
Don't think I've seen that movie.
What? My black
Yeah.
ass has seen that.
Maybe I
It's
have.
about
I don't know.
NASCAR.
Isn't it have what's his name in it?
They're making a left turn.
What's his name? That actor.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
And the other guy from
I've
Step
seen- I've
Brothers.
seen
They're
that,
making
I think.
another left turn.
Hey man, NASCAR's it's all right.
Oh,
It's all right.
that's
So-
all right.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah.
Yeah.
We got some shit.
Today's gonna be a fire episode. No, really though.
Wait.
Uh-oh. Get 3 more.
Wait.
2 more.
No.
Wait.
Chat for me. So how was your guys' week?
Oh my god, you did all that just
forgot,
to
dude.
say. Chad, go ahead.
It was alright. Didn't really do much. Just hung out with an old friend. Got back into an old hobby. That's about it.
Doing coke?
Definitely, dude. No. I started playing card game again.
Card game.
Magic the Gathering, if you've ever heard of it.
Magic.
I love that game.
Yeah.
It's a fun card
Bro.
game.
Yeah.
Make fun of me. I don't care.
Fucking
Yo,
kids
that,
in high school used to fuck with that game.
that just
I
reminded
like-
me. I used to watch Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yo,
And
that was the shit.
bro, somebody posted this on Twitter, and it was like
It's
the Yu-Gi-Oh!
time to
intro
do
was literally like 3 minutes long, and then they would
Yeah.
send you directly into a
Well-
commercial right after it.
It is an anime.
I get
And
it, but you didn't have to
most-
show the entire cast list of the characters on the fucking the TV show.
Yeah.
They literally they showed like every main character and then every like fucking card that you could play on the game.
Yeah, the show is just very weird compared to the real card game.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
Super weird.
100%.
Notice I have not said a word in a minute and a half.
We're nerds.
Yikes. Yeah,
I'm
we
just
are.
like, oh, gotta go. You guys are losers.
Me and Kylie went to
Lame.
a country concert last Friday.
Country.
Who we see?
A country
was
concert.
good.
Who'd you guys go see?
Brad Paisley.
Who the fuck is that?
He's country.
He's not, bro. All right, so
He's pretty good.
my perspective on country concerts are actually like they're pretty lit.
Really?
Like you may see the
I've never
occasional
been.
Trump flag, here and there, like, but
You might see a fucking guy walking around with a fucking AK-47. I mean,
yeah, I don't know about that, but no, but it like me being black and everything like that, and going to like the thing that's like as non-black as a country
Was
concert.
it a whiteout or a washout?
So
oh yeah, definitely.
when I got there, when we parked, I immediately saw a black guy.
Oh,
Did you
okay,
really?
okay.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, cool.
All right, I'm not
We
the
straight.
only one.
We straight.
We're fine.
We straight. We even made the eye contact. So it was like, all right.
You guys need that mutual respect. Yeah, what's up, bro?
Yeah. We here because we have to be.
We're both dating white girls.
If you expected this episode specifically, to be any different from what we're talking about right now, well, fucking turn it off now because it's not. This is gonna be a very, very
controversial episode.
Yeah.
I said that completely. I botched the shit out of the word, but okay.
Controversial.
Controversial.
So if you
Wait, is that all we're gonna talk about from the week? We're just jumping right in.
No, we're gonna finish it up. But yeah, the country concert was great.
Had a lot of fun.
The
Got pretty
drinks at Blossom are very expensive.
They are.
At Blossom?
Bro,
I only had one.
I went to
beer.
the Logic concert at Blossom, but I was like
12
fucking
bucks
17.
for a beer.
What?
12, 13 bucks.
Holy shit.
I was good
Yeah.
though. Like it's the beers.
The tall
that are
boys.
like
The tall boys?
But that is
boys.
like
That's still a lot.
2
though.
6-packs right there.
Damn.
Of that same type of
Yeah.
drink or whatever. For like a mixed drink, pull a 20 bill out.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
It got you fucked up though.
Oh,
I
yeah, for sure.
had Bud Light Orange for the first time. That shit is good as fuck.
It honestly
Bud Light
tastes like
Orange?
Blue Moon, but like better.
Blue Moon or better.
Yeah.
I'll have to try it sometime because I
Bro,
hate
it's
beer.
actually good. It literally tastes like orange pop
Yeah.
and
No.
beer
Oh.
mixed together, which doesn't sound like it would be
But
good.
orange
it
pop is orange pop.
Yeah,
you know?
and it's just like it's so good.
All my 90s
Incredible.
babies will recognize this song. Who loves orange soda? Kel loves orange soda. Is it true? I do. Ooh. That was for my 90s babies.
I'm a 1998 dude. I don't know. I'm too late.
That was
Too
for-
late to the party.
Yeah.
If you know
Same.
Keenan and Kel, you'll get a good little laugh out of that.
Like
yeah.
I know Keenan and Kel, but I don't. You know what I mean?
So they worked at like the I forget what the name of the restaurant was, but like Kel loved orange soda, and he had this little jingle that just went.
You forget what the name of the restaurant was?
Oh, good. Wasn't it Good Burger?
Good Burger.
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Good. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger.
Oh no.
May I take your order?
May I take
Can I
your
get
order?
a number 9 law?
And then like Keenan would come in and he'd be like Kel would be down about something, and he'd be like, I got orange soda, and then he'd be like, Keenan would be like, who loves orange soda? Kel would be like, I love orange soda, and then they'd go, is it true? I do. Ooh.
What?
Should be funny as fuck. I mean, now it's not because you guys are looking
Me
at me
and
like,
Zay
what the
had
fuck?
a whole ass conversation the other day
Oh shit,
for like literally 45 minutes.
Oh,
I think
fuck.
about
If
like
you're about-
old
about to say.
TV shows
bro.
and like just our favorite old TV shows. And I think it all started because we were talking about fucking Zoli 101.
Yo, that was
Listen.
my
That
shit,
show was
dog.
Good.
A conversation that me and Kylie had that was probably one of the most funniest conversations that me and Kylie have had in our relationship is me telling her about the Jigglypuff song
Bruh.
from Pokemon.
What?
I sang the Jigglypuff song, and then she was like,
I swear to God, I thought he was
Yeah.
making that shit up.
I was like,
No,
He
it's a
started
legit-
singing
it's
it,
a real
and I was
song,
like-
bro.
I was like, that shit is fake. You're
That
making
shit
this
is
up.
legit.
You're making this up right in front of my
Obviously.
face. And then he played it, and I was like, oh, my
Dude, it
God.
puts people to sleep.
Yeah, there you go. see?
Real?
I'm a Pokemon fucking fanatic
Yeah.
back in the day, dude. I don't play anymore.
Yeah.
But DS, dude. Wow.
I cannot believe that's a real fucking thing.
Jigglypuff. I sound good,
Yo,
bro.
what the
Let's
fuck?
go.
What is that?
Let's go. I'm
Yo.
gonna put some auto tune on that when we're done.
Do it. Fucking sound like T-Pain.
Oh my god. All right. Well, so while we were at the Blossom concert, like at the gate, they were giving out, like, I guess Cedar Point like was a sponsor of this concert, and they were giving out like tickets for like
scratch offs.
Yeah.
And you would win like coupons. So like
buy one get one, or
buy one get
shit.
one, $28 off, $20 off, free
Off of
admission.
what?
Off of a ticket
Yeah.
to Cedar Point.
Yeah.
Shit.
Off of like a day ticket.
mind
And,
you,
like
a single day admission is $73
Yeah,
at Cedar
that's-
Point. So $28 is like it's almost damn near half
Dude, you
off.
kind of need the fast passes. Almost need
We-
them, depending on what time.
It would have been nice on
what
Sunday.
day it was.
It would have been nice.
But like literally, I got one for free admission. I
What?
didn't
We
have
got
to
a few
pay
of 'em.
shit to get in.
Damn.
Yeah, bro.
I
think we had like 3 of them hoes.
You had
so,
3 free admission things.
So what
the
ended up
fuck?
happening
Yeah.
is there were 6 of us. It was Kylie, me.
There was 6 of you.
Yeah,
Fuck! I wish I could have gone,
bro. It was
Would've been
Kylie,
a party
me,
and a half.
her cousin, Nick, Brittany, and one of Nick's friends.
All right.
If you guys are a fan of the podcast, you know who Nick and Brittany are. Shout out to them. Brittany got a free one.
Okay.
Kylie and her cousin used a free one. I used a $28 off one, and then
To ride
Nick,
no rides.
chill. We'll get to that. We're not there yet. And then Nick and his friend used the buy one get one, but then they split the cost of the
One ticket.
one that
Yeah.
they bought. So it worked out like amazing for all
Dude,
of us.
that's how much did you end up spending on that? Probably like
I think I spent actually $46 on my ticket.
46.
Which-
and then another. Damn.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
it's
to
not
get into
bad.
Cedar Point, 6 people get into Cedar Point for like less than $150.
$100. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Damn.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So yeah, rolling into Sunday.
Rolling into Sunday. Dude, Sunday.
I think I
was
got
a
on a
rough day
total
for
of
me.
like, huh?
Sunday was a rough day.
What happened?
Just work was rough.
Oh,
That's all.
fuck work.
That's it. Just regular old stuff.
As you know.
But so we pulled up. Me and Zay, like literally the night before, we're watching roller coaster videos. He's like, I'm really confident about this. Like, I'm gonna get over my fear of heights and
Let
shit.
me kind of explain this to everybody listening. I have my top 2 fears. Number 1 is sitting in the back seat of a 2-door car.
This has nothing to do with anything, by the way.
I know.
Oh,
I
a
know.
2-door. Why?
The reason why is because I feel trapped and I
You
get
can't
like
get out.
I start to have like a panic attack
So
because
you're like slightly claustrophobic.
in that
In
case,
that sense.
yes, right. And then number 2 is I can do roller coasters, but the height and the lift hill is what destroys my nerves.
Yeah, your nerves are like, oh shit, here we go.
My anxiety is like it will literally give me a panic
Dude,
attack.
you know what's fucked?
He was fine.
The first time this was 2 years ago. I'd never ridden like a legit roller coaster,
Yeah.
right? Because I've always been scared of them.
Right.
So I just never went.
Same.
But my aunt, we went out to Universal Studios, and I didn't realize that this was a roller coaster, bro.
I hate that shit.
Universal be doing some shit like
Dude.
that too.
And all right, I get on, and then it comes down. I'm like,
What the fuck
why
is
is
this?
it so fucking like
Tight, yeah.
not
Why-
like protected, you know,
Right,
or whatever?
Yeah.
And then it flings me backwards, bro. It went backwards.
What the fuck?
Fast as fuck. It
That's
was like
unexpected.
a legit. I didn't even know it was a roller coaster.
What the
And I hated roller coasters at that time. So, but after that, it kind of
That's
made it
funny.
better. I kind of like roller coasters now. Not
All
so
right,
bad.
Kylie, we pull up.
We pull up and Zay, like literally night before, he's like,
Oh yeah, the night before.
I fucking like, I got this. Like it's gonna be great. We pull up and he's like,
I even told her though, like, I'm not going
it
to.
depends on how I feel when
we
I
get
see
there.
it. When
I can
see
sit
the
here
shit.
in this house right now and be like, oh, I don't look bad. But then when I'm approaching the shit and I see, I'm like looking my head up like this.
And
and
you
I'm
like
like,
hear
it's high.
people like screaming at the top of their lungs. and you're
Right.
like, "Ugh." But okay, so we get up there and get out the car. He's like, "Yeah, I ain't doing this shit."
Off rip, bro. We didn't even get in the parking lot, and I was like, nah, I'm cool.
Yeah, we're like
Oh,
literally
shit.
approaching Cedar Point. We're like 5 minutes away, and you can see him in the distance. And he's like, "Nope."
Is the blue streak still there?
Yeah.
That old rackety.
They actually
wooden one?
rode that before we left.
That
Wait.
fucking thing sucks.
Blue Streak.
Don't ride
Is that the wooden
one.
one?
That's the
It
wooden
is the
one you
wooden
guys
one.
rode before you
It
left.
is.
Fuck with
It's-
that. That one's so much fun.
What? Your ass hurts afterwards, dude. Just
Yeah, you are fucking. That thing
No.
rocks your shit. That thing rocks your shit. Can't
So
lie,
we-
but it's fun.
So we get inside the park, and they're like, immediately, let's go to Gatekeeper. I'm like, bro, you haven't even given me time to like.
Because what do you
To,
like?
like,
You're
like,
wasting.
Let my
time.
balls drop. Like,
You should start off small and then work your way up.
Right.
To like the top
Because you
hill
only have so
dragster.
much time. Like,
Is that
we were
one still there?
yeah, it was down all day though.
Dragster?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But so like, we were there for how many hours? Like we got there
Solid
at
10
what
hours.
time?
Not
That's a
10.
long time.
So we were there for like 9 or 10 hours.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
many roller coasters did I fucking ride? Because I rode almost all.
Probably
like
about 3.
No, you didn't ride that many. You
Lines for 3
rode
fucking hours.
Gatekeeper. You rode Rougarou. You rode
Gatekeeper, Rougarou,
Maverick.
Maverick,
and
the
Blue
Blue
Streak.
Streak.
That's it.
I rode 4. No, Iron Dragon.
Iron Dragon 5.
5. You rode 5.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
it.
there was more.
No,
Dude, lines
We
are
rode the
long.
water ride.
not the
The-
one that drops you, but the one that like just like it's like kayak, like when you go kayaking, you go through like
Yeah,
the rivers
I
and
know
stuff like
what
that.
you're
It's like yeah.
You know
and
the
they
one
have
that drops you?
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was a water ride.
Really?
Really?
Just say that.
Holy
Oh
shit.
damn.
Your day was probably fucked after that. You're just like, damn,
dude,
I just got
was
wet.
soaked as fuck.
You should not be paying attention and shit. Like,
Dude, I
Get
just
on rides,
followed
you're just like,
whoever
I
with
don't know
around.
what's going on.
Let's do it. Fuck it.
Let's fucking do
following
it,
you
dude.
guys.
But
So we were there for fucking 9 or 10 hours, and we really didn't ride that many things. So yeah, as soon as we got in the park, we were trying to do shit, so we weren't wasting time. And you were like, "You guys are just rushing me. I'm not gonna ride anything."
I literally got an attitude with Kylie. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna ride anything if you're trying to like rush me to do it. Like,
and I was like,
okay.
"Okay, so don't fucking
Damn,
ride shit.
bitch.
Bye. You paid to get in here."
But fucking we, like they started riding stuff, and I'm just kind of like feeling salty. I even pulled Kylie to the side. I'm like, yo, I suck, bro. Like,
He's like, "I feel so bad about myself." I'm
You just
like,
so
couldn't do it?
disappointed,
Yeah, you
bro.
Couldn't
should.
bring yourself to do it?
No, they got on Rougarou, and like Rougarou is loud as fuck when it
It
comes down the
is.
first hill. It literally roars at you, bro.
Yeah, it's insane.
And like when we got in line for Iron Dragon because they rode a couple more things. I think we went from Rougarou to like the back of the park, and then we realized shit wasn't open in the back of the park, and we came back up towards the front. They rode like Skyhawk, and then we rode on like the
Oh, yeah, I
the
forgot about
swing
those rides.
thing or whatever.
All right.
Then we went back to the front of the park because we realized the shit that was down in the back of the park. Steel Vengeance was down when we were back there.
Man, I'm so sad I didn't get to ride Steel Vengeance. I want to ride that shit so bad.
Maverick was at that time down when we were in the back of the park.
And then everything else had like hour
And a half,
and
yeah.
a half,
Jeez.
hour 40, 2 hour
Yeah.
waits, and I was like,
So they went back to the
Not
front of the
doing it.
park, and we eventually made our way to the Iron Dragon.
All right.
And like, you know, I got up in line and
that was the
everything
first
like
ride
that.
you got on, right?
Yeah. No, the swing thing was my first one.
Well, first.
Well, first roller coaster.
First roller coaster.
Yeah. Which Iron Dragon is like literally
Baby.
like a bitch roller coaster. Like it's like intense enough for like kids to be like excited, but like grown adults are probably just
Not
like,
gonna
eh.
lie, this shit was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was fun
It's like,
because it's like a suspended roller coaster,
Yeah.
and those have like a completely different element because they sway back and side to side like a
yeah,
lot.
that shit's fun. I fucks with it.
We got up, got on the fucking thing, and then went down the first hill. The first hill was like kind of intense, but like it was cool. So I was like kind of feeling
So
a
you
little
were chilling
confident.
at
Yeah,
that.
I was
You were
confident
like,
at that point.
Yeah,
He's
this ain't
building
so
his
bad.
confidence.
Yeah.
I'm hyped now.
And then what else did we do?
I think you guys rode a couple more things, and then we worked our way back to the back again because we heard that Maverick was
Mavericks
up
open.
again. And
Hour wait.
it was
I
dope.
think.
When we were first back there,
Yeah.
it was closed, but like people were starting a line as if the line was getting ready to open. So I'm just like, all right, fuck, I gotta get the balls to do this. And then the intercom came on and was like, unfortunately, we have to make this announcement. The ride won't be back up anytime soon. And I did
Damn.
in my mind, I'm like, fuck yes. Yes. The one thing I will kind of ride, I don't have to now.
I live to see another day.
Which
Right.
I don't know. Like Maverick is scary. It's a scary one. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie. It's
I
a
don't
good
know
one.
why I'm okay with it.
He's okay with the Maverick, but he won't ride like Gatekeeper.
So, and what it comes down to is that when you're on the Maverick, and this is me kind of getting back to us getting to that point. We rode the water ride that sends us around like the circle,
Yeah.
like the river or whatever, and waterfall drops on us and stuff like that, and got us wet and all that stuff.
Soaked.
Which helped out because it cooled us down for
It
the
was
day.
hot as shit. It was like 90 degrees.
And we were never hot again for like the rest of the day.
Nice, nice.
But then we worked our way over to Maverick and stuff like that. And
Wet pants and all.
bro,
Oh
the
my.
entire time I'm just like in line, like I'm chilling, I'm cool. But then we got up to, and oh my God, the next time I put myself in a position where I'm scared, I'm going to have a microphone attached to my chest, because like if I could play like the moments that happen for this, you guys will be crying right now. So it's our turn to get up. First of all, we're on the stairs that kind of lead to it. Yeah. And like I look at Kylie, I'm like, look at my hand, and like the shit's shaking, bro. Like I'm shaking, I'm trembling.
Trembling in my boots.
We get up to our turn to go on, and we're sitting in the second cart. I think I'm in the second row of the first row of the second cart, and you guys are right behind us in the second row of the second cart. So me and Nick were first row of no.
We're not in the first row.
No, we're not. I'm saying I was in the first row of the second cart. Like there's only like 4 rows of there's only 4 carts or something like that, 3 or 4 carts.
Okay.
And me and Nick were in the first row of the second cart of the train, and her and her cousin were right behind us, and then Brittany and Nick's friend was in front of us.
All right.
And Nick is just like sitting there beside me, just like talking to me, but I don't hear him.
I can just imagine you.
Bro, I had my hands like, if anybody's listening, put your hands like your fingertips on your temple will like kind of like block out everything from the sides of you.
Give yourself tunnel vision, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm like, because in my mind, I'm like trying to talk to myself like, chill out. Because the night before, I literally sat there for 4 hours, like watching roller coaster videos, watching like videos of how to like get over your fears, just trying to like pump myself up. Yeah. And like a technique I learned is just kind of like, all right, zone yourself out.
Look at the floor.
Think positive thoughts, and if you're scared of heights, don't look at the heights on the lift hill. That would help me out.
Did you close your eyes all the way up?
Did you look down?
I didn't close my eyes. I looked at my feet. This is what I specifically remember. I remember doing this and looking at my feet and the chair in front of me. And then there was a moment where I looked up and I didn't see track anymore. And I'm like, well, we're probably at the top now. Fuck. Here we go.
No.
So then the train crests over the top of the hill, and if my eyes could have popped out my head,
dude, that G-force is a fucking bitch.
Bro, it like from the ground up, it's like that's not that high. But then you're up there and you look down, it's like this is way higher than I remember this being. But then like the drop happens like in a matter of fucking milliseconds, and then you're just
the dragster.
You're off.
Bro,
I rode the dragster once.
I've never ridden it.
Legit, it took off. My stomach is back there, and I'm over here.
Insane.
It punches you in the stomach.
Yeah, basically.
So like I literally I could not breathe on the way up. Like my chest got all tight and shit.
They should call it the top thrill breathless.
The top thrill heart attack. But I closed my eyes on the way up. I feel us like slowing down toward the top of the hill. I open my eyes, and then we're on our way down.
Straight down, dude.
And then we're on our way down, and I'm looking, and I close my eyes again, and then
you're still going down.
I've never ridden it, so I can only imagine
Shit's
like
fun,
the feeling
though.
like you're getting sucked into your
if
seat,
you gotta wait for it, I wouldn't, because it's not worth it. But it's pretty fun. Like if it's got a short line, like 30 minutes or so.
So to finish this up, we go through, the flips and turns and stuff like that. I remember hearing Kylie going, this does go upside down, because I don't think she either she has ridden it but doesn't remember it, or hasn't ridden it at all. And I was just kind of like telling them about it.
Katie, because she was like, my cousin was like, does it go upside down? Because she's 12 and all kids care about is if it goes fucking upside down for some reason. And I told her like, oh no, I don't think it does. And then we're on it. I'm like, I lied. It does go upside down.
Bro, and it had this massive, like, not massive, but like this crazy ass airtime hill where you're going fast and then it just launches you up and then brings you right back down.
Yeah.
Which is like, it made you feel like your whole insides were just going to like come out your mouth. So it gets to the point, and if anybody is listening here ever has been on the Maverick, you know that there's a part where it slows down till about 5 miles per hour and then shoots you from 5 miles per hour to 70 in a matter of like milliseconds. Like it's faster than like supercars. How much it takes you, how fast it takes off. I was wearing a hat, and it literally was almost.
Could you feel it?
Gone.
I told you before we took off, you should take your hat off.
I was just like, bro, I zoned everything out. Like I didn't hear that. Like it
was just like,
I literally, she said that,
gonna fucking do that.
and I reached behind me. I was like, no, just chill.
Stop talking.
Right.
I got it. Don't worry about it.
It took off so fast that sunglasses I was wearing almost lifted off of my face.
What?
Yes.
Damn.
And like the picture that I have, and if you guys will end up, if later on we ended up putting the picture into the background of this podcast in the video, you'll see I'm holding on to my everything that's on my head and face. The ride comes to a stop. I'm hyped. Let's go.
You're hyped to get off?
Let's go. No, I'm like hyped. I just did that.
Just in general.
Let's go. Y'all can't tell me nothing right now. I look down. The harness is still attached to me. It's still locked in. Uh-oh. But the buckle it comes from the ass part of the seat that attaches to the harness that goes over your shoulders is not hooked. I looked at everybody. I was like, "Hey, I'm done for the day. I'm cool.
What?
I'm done."
Well,
that's a
that
sign.
shit is,
That's a sign.
That's like a precautionary measure
Yeah,
in
yeah.
case shit for some reason
Something fails or whatever.
Yeah, which never had that happen,
But yeah, it scared me enough to be like, all right, I'm cool. But Cedar Point was cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So
Glad he did something.
yeah, felt very accomplished after that. So, and here comes the part of the podcast that sucks.
Dun dun dun.
Anything else? Anything else?
Nah. I think I'm good. Me and Kylie going to the Browns game on Thursday, first preseason game. We got Odell, bitch. We got Baker, bitch.
So
Let's
excited.
go.
Better get
Shout out to my manager at work for giving us 3 tickets. Actually, all 3. What am I talking about? All 3 of us are going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot I invited you right before we started recording. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Trying to get fucked up.
So yeah, we're gonna not
Get
get
fucked up at the Browns game.
You can get fucked up. I'm gonna
Yep, sure
be a
am.
responsible adult and not be having a hangover for work the next morning.
I can be responsible and have a hangover. In the fuck?
You're gonna have 2 $13 beers.
No, I'm gonna chug 3 before we go in.
Okay, hey, here we go.
Duh.
I
We good?
think we're
Yeah.
good.
Weekly updates, cool. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, let me break out this iPad.
So we're gonna do something different today.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be our usual fun. I
I wish I
might
could make fun of this.
Crack some jokes in there or whatever if we can, but it's gonna be a pretty serious one.
Let me ask you
So,
guys a question.
Pull your pants up. Get ready.
We saying names?
I don't know. Are we? I mean,
Heads,
I wouldn't
yes.
put.
Tails, no.
No, I wouldn't put whole ass last names out there.
You just say the first names.
Okay.
Make it easy.
Are we doing point of relation, like towards, like who's related to and stuff? And
We can, I guess.
all right.
It'd be a lot more interesting of a story.
Listen, this is not easy to do. But with this platform we've created, I feel like we have a responsibility, especially what's going on in the world now.
Wild shit,
Was it
bro.
Saturday?
Shootings.
2 shootings happened. One in El Paso and then one in Dayton.
One was Friday, I thought.
Shit's
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah.
dude.
One Friday and one Saturday.
Shit is
no,
crazy.
It was one Saturday and one Sunday the next morning.
Really?
Because I was feeling kind of weird about going to Cedar Point the next morning. Happened Saturday, and then 13 hours later, the other one happened Sunday. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But I'm pretty sure. And I'm not exactly sure what the deal with the Dayton one was. According to our president, it's Toledo, but that's neither here nor there.
That's a different story.
Even though it's 150 miles apart, but whatever.
Ohio's Ohio.
The
Just corn.
El Paso one was
Walmart.
a Walmart. Somebody came from, I think it was Austin, Texas, and he shot up a bunch of people. I think it was like 21 ended up being dead. Is it the total right now? And then 9 more that were announced dead in Dayton.
Do we know why?
The one in El Paso was racially and politically driven.
Well, I thought the one dude, I think maybe I might be wrong. I thought the guy in El Paso shot his sister too.
No,
Maybe
that was the Dayton one.
That was Dayton.
one.
That was 100%
Never
the Dayton one.
mind.
Yeah, bro, what goes on where you feel like you have to kill your sister too?
I feel like that guy's just crazy.
That's fucked up.
Jesus Christ. But I'm the type of person to be like, thoughts and prayers should go out mean nothing. And at the end of the day, like that doesn't change anything. But as much as it doesn't change anything, we do definitely, keep our hearts with, anybody who has gone through that or anybody who has any relation, with anybody that has, lost anybody over that or any other thing that has happened this year.
Yeah, this shit is getting
sucks.
like way too close. Like, I don't know.
Dude,
just think about like Dayton.
It's Ohio.
Yeah, I mean it's a fucking state, and it's like that's 2 different cities in the U.S. in 2 days.
Yeah.
And like it's not long until it happens, like closer and closer to here. So it's like,
which kind of brings us to this conversation. Again, if you kind of want to know how we feel, rewind back to the very beginning of this podcast. We had a disclaimer. If you don't like what we're about to say, if you don't like hearing about politics, or you don't like hearing about race-driven things, and please turn that episode off now and go listen to a different episode that we had more fun.
We won't be hurt.
Right.
we won't be hurt for
We
real.
understand.
Right.
Triggered.
This isn't anything that we are looking to like gain anything off of. The dialogue that we're trying to create is to make sure that people can have an open mind about being able to see the other side of how they feel whenever it comes to hatred, basically.
Raising awareness.
Right. And if there's a better way that we can do this, then let us know. We'll help out as much as we can. But the only thing that we have currently to our own power is this platform for people to learn and hear us off of. So with that being said, this kind of thing kind of escalated into a situation. Kylie, I'm going to let you take over from like exactly what happened in the beginning, since it kind of involved you.
I would have to go back to the thing that I don't have open right now.
So to kind of fill the gap in between Kylie getting her stuff up, I'm going to kind of just say that this stuff kind of started on Facebook, which a lot of the stuff that goes on
social media.
Social media is kind of just dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
But whenever
people feel more powerful behind a screen.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
For
than
sure.
in real life.
A lot of the stuff that goes on social media and stuff like that is like, I think it gets blown out of proportion because we don't get the chance to hear tone of voice. We don't get the chance to hear like how things are being projected. Like everything may come off as attitude and stuff like that. And for us to be able to sit down and have this conversation or whatever is I think is cool, because it like in this conversation that we're about to talk about, it's not me being an angry dude the entire time, because I'm not upset.
Angry, yeah.
Like
he just doesn't care, right? Or
it's not that I don't care, because if I didn't care, we wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation. But in the same breath,
it's like it's about something bigger.
It's bigger than all of us.
Like,
right. It's bigger than all of us. And what I love about this podcast is that me as a black guy, I'm able to sit down with 2 white people who have an open mind enough to see the world in both points of view. You can understand how I feel, and I can understand how you feel.
For sure.
And you can still understand how you feel as a person too, and I can respect that.
And we respect that.
But my thing is that there's really people that are locked into their own ways. They create their own definitions for things, and they won't be open-minded enough to actually think like, all right, cool, maybe I was fucked up when I said something or when I did something. Mm-hmm. Kylie, take it over.
Okay, so it all goes back to a summer day yesterday.
If you guys, by the way, if you guys don't remember, go to the episode Fuck Larry. This will fill you in on a lot of stuff that
Content.
like why we're at this point right now.
Yes. So Barack Obama posted on Facebook.
Don't read the whole thing.
I'm not going to. Goddamn.
That's too much.
I'm just speaking for like 5 minutes.
Okay.
And we're like, how do you guys feel about that?
We're like, bro, we're not even here ananymore. Me and Chad are upstairs, like just having drinks and
like,
shit.
hey, where'd you guys go?
What? What do you say?
Where'd you guys go? Okay, so Barack Obama posted on Facebook basically like saying that like, they are like grieving about the whole like both shootings and all this, and then kind of like pointing out like the problem that we have as America, like with mass shootings and like the frequency of it. he just says no other developed nation tolerates the levels of gun violence that we do. And it just goes on and on. And my sister, or whatever, her name is Kristen, she shared it and put her own little caption in there and said, but in other countries, an offender and military can raid your home in any moment. People walk the streets with rifles and knives, blowing heads off bodies, children being handed weapons and told to kill. But we have the most mass shootings and need gun control. And this emoji, palm to face emoji. And I just commented and was like, we are a developed country. We have way too many shootings for a developed country. You can't compare apples to oranges. You can't say one of these countries that is not developed, barely has a fucking functioning government, is comparable to us as a developed nation. So
in other words, of course they're going to have things that are happening that are bad because there's no organization to stop it.
Exactly.
And there's hella countries that have hella gun violence, right?
There's civil wars in countries, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So
there's one going on in
there's
one going on. I forget that. I don't want to just throw shit out here because I'm not well versed on it. But there is a country right now that is they've been literally protesting. Thousands and thousands of people have been protesting in front of this leader's house to try to get him to step down.
Damn.
So basically, I was just this is not the same thing. You can't compare that. If you compare us to any developed nation, we are fucking sucking dick. We fucking suck in terms of mass shootings and shit. It's out of control. And I just posted this article from Vox, and I was just just this year alone, we've had over 200 mass shootings. 2,193 mass shootings since Sandy Hook in December 2012.
What is going on?
It's been 7 years, and we've had over 2,000 mass shootings. And I just said, what the fuck is the problem? And I posted my source or whatever. And she said, yo, chill out, bro. I didn't say that America didn't have a lot of mass shootings, but most countries are worse off than America. I don't know why people are so worried about gun control. They just want something to blame it on. And I said, yeah, we want someone to fucking blame it on. Somebody needs to be held accountable or shit's not going to get taken care of.
Let me also say this. The current sitting president has 2 bills in the air right now.
Yeah.
That will give stricter laws to guns. But he for some reason, he does not sign them.
Weird.
Damn.
And at one point, he said he would actually veto them.
What a weird ass motherfucker. So
basically, we're gonna just so you guys know, listening, we're really everything that we're going to present to you right now is to the best of our ability to be facts. I'm not here to sit here and say he say she say shit. I'm not sitting here trying to make up stuff or anything like that. This is going to be straight facts to the best of our ability. Go ahead.
So I have this dude blocked because of past instances.
Because of the Fuck Larry episode.
Because of the Fuck Larry episode, basically.
Pause this episode and go listen to that.
This same dude, Larry, or
Logan.
Loganus.
Logan. Commented on that same post. I can't see it because I haven't blocked. But he said, world is full of fucking pussy ass motherfuckers. Need more guns, less bitches, period. All the mass shootings are from broken home. What about the
N-words?
N-words.
The full-on word.
Hard R.
Hard R. Like you've never seen before.
My heart is racing, just even whatever. That kill each other. I mean, come on now. Laughing face. It's America. Fuck what you think. If you don't like it, leave or bite the bullet. Either way, one person's opinion will never change the world. You need hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people to follow up and what you believe in, with what you believe in to make a change. Even then, there will not be war because of me or anyone I know, but because we stand as one, as the rest should. To that, we have 2 sides. It's called liberals and conservatives. Liberals, for the majority, will be anti-gun. Conservatives will be anti-gun, or pro-gun, for the most part.
I don't even say anti-gun.
So basically what I'm saying is he's like, you guys want to blah, blah, blah. You need to come together and do it then. like, but when we do, you throw the N-word out there, like.
See, this is where
What?
this is where the previous incident from the Fuck Larry episode. I'm gonna make this as quick as I possibly can in case you don't feel like going and listen to the episode. Greatly appreciate it if you did though. There's a situation where, and God damn it, dude. Ask yourself for a second if what I'm about to, the very short summary of this story is warranted of me being called the hard R. Kylie asked her mother, can she bring some fucking beach chairs? $30, 2 beach chairs, $30 worth of chairs, $30 fucking dollars worth of chairs to Myrtle Beach whenever we went earlier this year. We had our great week, and the very last day, we were approached by fucking Logan. He said, hey, make sure those beach chairs get packed in, with a slight attitude. Me being me, I replied back with a very slight attitude because I'm going to match your energy, how you talk to me.
Exactly.
And said, we don't have any room.
That's it.
To me, that goes without saying. Like, you come at me in a certain way. You come at me friendly, I'm going to come at you friendly. You come at me with an attitude, I'm going to come at you with an attitude. Like, I'm not going to be nice to you if you can't respect me.
On
and
top
it
of
just
this,
goes without saying.
nothing before this about the beach chairs were mentioned. Nobody said that,
Shit.
like, oh, these are coming back or these are this person's. None of this information was relayed to us at all.
Oh, also, let me lay this out real quick. Beach chairs stayed in my mom's garage. I said, hey, Mom, can I get those beach chairs from your garage? Take them to the beach? She said, yeah, go ahead. Took the beach chairs out of the garage, took them to the beach.
Didn't one of them like break almost?
One of them was like not functioning properly.
Yeah.
They were rusty as shit. And so
Old ass beach chairs.
before I made the executive decision to say, hey, these are rusty and gross and I don't want to get tetanus, I asked my mom, hey, these are your chairs. Can I leave them here? They're kind of gross and rusty and I don't want to get tetanus. And she was like, oh, yeah, not a problem. So I left them out in the hallway, I think.
The hallway of the hotel.
The hallway of the hotel for someone else to like take if they wanted them, you know?
4 days.
What?
Right? Isn't that part of it?
What?
For 4 days they were just sitting there?
No. They were sitting in the hotel room.
Yeah.
Behind the door
So
for
like
the
this was
majority of the
leaving
hotel.
day.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
So like the chairs really didn't get used all that much. Really, the majority of it was like me and Zay or Brittany and Nick using them, right?
Literally.
So like, you know, I never saw this dude sit. Like, we'll go back to this for a second. Never saw the dude sit in the chair. Never heard the dude say, hey, like, that's my chair. Or like, never claimed it. Never sat in it. Like, nothing. Not shit. Until the last day. That's my motherfucking chair. You want to take it back because you blah, blah, blah.
So, going back to me and his exchange, he, like I said, I matched his energy and said, we don't have any room. So, pause real quick. If I look at you, Chad,
Yeah.
and I go, hey, I brought something. We're gonna assume that it was his.
Okay.
If I bring something that's
Yeah.
yours,
Yeah.
similar, a chair,
Anything, you know.
and I say, hey, I don't have room to put that back in the car.
Yeah. I'll just
What is your reply going to be? Calling me the N-word?
hell no. Hell no. Definitely just gonna be like, all right.
And like,
I'll try and fit it in my car. Simple
there,
as that.
So hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. So my thing is, there could have been a conversation where we could have been like, all right,
respectful.
well, let's see if we can move some
Just
things around in the car.
Respectful adults
Let's
Literally.
see if we can like pack some things differently in the car.
doing adult things.
Let's see if we can unstrap some stuff and put some stuff somewhere else. But all of that goes completely out of the window
Gone.
the moment you call me that word.
Period.
I'm not going to help you
And
with
all you
shit.
said was, I just can't fit it in my car.
Right. And yes, I'm going to say this right now so this can stop being a fucking thing. I said that with an attitude back because I matched the energy that was addressed to me.
Right. Fair.
Point blank.
I think
I
that's
had
all
no
fair.
reason to have an attitude. But when you come to
Otherwise.
me over some fucking beach chairs and demand that something gets put back, that's where I have a fucking problem.
Did he say that to you in person?
Yes.
What,
We were feet away from each other.
What was the voice tone like?
It was really condescending.
Really?
It was really condescending.
I don't remember, like,
it was
the
almost as if
exact
he had already
words.
told us that before, and then like we didn't do it, and then like now he's coming to
I
remind us
see.
again.
So now, and that's why. Okay.
But that never
But it was
happened.
the
This is
first
the first
time.
conversation that ever had about
Yeah.
fucking chairs. Ever.
Just-
the entire
I see.
fucking vacation.
Gotcha.
We didn't even know that they were his until that moment.
Right. So, like, going back, like, if they were his chairs, that's great. But we went 7 days.
Without seeing him touch it.
Well, no. Let me finish. We went 7 days, and I was under the impression that they were, like, they belonged to my mom.
Right.
So, like, why did no one tell me otherwise? Like, we're
Right, it's just
full-grown adults.
It's an honest mistake.
Communicate with me. Tell me that, like, okay, I'm under the impression that these are my mom's chairs. If they're not, let me know. Like, and the first time that, like, I fuck up, like, you're just gonna pull that word out. That makes me feel like there's underlying feelings, right?
Underlying tension for no
Exactly.
reason.
Like, no fucking person just off rip, like, irritated, pull the N word out. No.
Like what?
Who does that?
No. That shit, that's not normal. Like,
It's fucked up.
it's
So-
not
It is.
regular.
I just wanted to get this out of here. I did a little digging.
Oh my God. It's gonna make me uncomfortable.
And I'm not going to actually say the word.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure we're all clear what the fuck is being mentioned here. Kristen decided to. If you're white, I need you to understand something. I don't know what white meeting took place. I don't know, like, what the fuck happened. But there was never a moment where the N word was changed in definition of meaning ignorant. That never happened. Just to give you a little context. Webster's Dictionary, which has been here since 1864 in American history.
Yeah.
It's the most prominent fucking dictionary in
The
American
biggest
history.
Sure.
The definition from Webster's Dictionary describes the word as being degraded and possibly the most offensive word in English.
Most offensive word in English.
And even if you meant to say like ignorant,
Say ignorant.
Say
why,
ignorant.
why not just say ignorant?
Exactly.
Why go to that extent?
Moving
So,
on.
like-
Dictionary.com, which is the most simple place to go to find a fucking definition for anything,
yeah, for sure.
describes the word to be considered the most offensive word in English.
Most offensive.
Wow, it's fucking
I can
trend so
believe
far.
it. I can
It's
believe
trending.
Vocabulary.com, which is kind of like the word that describes what we, talk,
Yeah.
our vocabulary.
it. Yeah.
Describes it as one of the most controversial, complicated words in English, and its official definition is extremely offensive. Is an extremely offensive name for a black person.
Controversial and offensive.
Wow.
Are we seeing a trend here? I don't know.
Wikipedia, which is like the biggest known thing for like just information
Man-made.
that you can
Ever.
find, describes the word as an ethnic slur typically directed towards black people, particularly in the United States. The word is used for racial insults. Hell, let's even throw in Urban fucking Dictionary for shits and giggles. And
This is
they're known
fucked
for
up.
being a fucking troll site to give definitions.
People making jokes,
Right.
basically.
Like they'll,
Cracking
in
fucking jokes.
case nobody knows what Urban Dictionary is, they take words and they give them like fucked up, funny.
Probably dirty meanings.
Yeah.
Well, it's like words that how
Like,
how
don't
do you
really
explain
have a
it?
good definition.
It's like-
yeah.
Blue waffle.
Like
You're
they'll
not going to
do- like,
find it in the dictionary.
right.
You'll find it on Urban Dictionary,
It's
though.
like slang.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a slang dictionary.
Urban Dictionary says, let me burp.
This one's
Urban
rough.
Dictionary says they describe it as gang banging, welfare abusing, cat popping, no good, drug selling / using, nothing but rap listening. I mean, should I keep going?
Etc.
Black people.
That's terrible.
The common
I want to know
stereotypes.
who wrote that shit. That's offensive.
So
Go beat their ass, bro.
I can mention so many more sites I looked up, but I'd probably just be saying the same shit
Same
Exactly.
over and over again about what the actual definition means.
So, like, if anyone can, like, point out a certain time in their lives where someone said to them, hey, this word means ignorant.
Oh, I did the research though. Actually, on Webster's Dictionary, they have something, a section that says, did the definition of the N-word change? And it states, there's a widespread belief that the original meaning of the N-word is defined in dictionaries was an ignorant person. We do not know the source of those beliefs, but they are not accurate. The word was first included in a Merriam-Webster's dictionary in 1864, which at the time was defined as a synonym of Negro, with a note indicating it was used in depreciation of black people.
Damn.
So basically,
where the
what
fuck
did we
did
learn
ignorant
here?
come from?
Basically,
If you're gonna want to use the word
racist
ignorant,
white people wanted to
just
use the word.
ignorant.
If you want to continue saying that the word means ignorant, not only are you showing your own ignorance,
Exactly,
but you're proving to me that
It's
you
real
are
bad.
choosing to continuously be a racist piece of shit.
Yep, it's true.
It's
truth.
You have the facts and the proof, and I'm big on facts. This episode is based off facts. You have the facts right in front of you to ask yourself and find the answers to what the definition of a certain word. I don't even have to be the one telling you what the definition of a certain word means. But you choose not to because you know what you're going to find, but you choose to ignore it because you choose to be racist.
That's just fucked up,
fucked
Holmes.
up, bro. They Holmes just fucked up.
Let's go a little deeper.
That's
So-
just fucked up.
Kristen said that.
Yo, wait, can we back up a second? I don't think
What's
we
up?
ever really covered the part where.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Finish the fucking.
So
the
basically,
vacation shit.
No, we're
I'm
not
on a
talking
fucking
about
roll.
vacation, motherfucker.
What's up?
I was just gonna say, Zay screenshotted that motherfucker's comment on this post.
With the
It
goal
just-
of exposing them.
It just exploiting this shit, cause motherfuckers like that really deserve it at that point, cause you just being fucking racist and
This
weird.
isn't the first time.
It's
a
not
slip
the
up.
first time,
This
exactly.
is the second time on
So,
purpose.
See, this is before you finish. Let me say one more thing. I'm sorry. From us telling that story on the Fuck Larry episode, people that listen to the episode have an option. You can believe us or you can't.
For real.
When there's solid proof of us saying hey, this is what he said before, and then he turns around and does it again.
Yeah. It's just
who do you believe
common
at that
theme,
point?
you know, what do you
Who do you believe at that point?
exactly?
I'm not making this shit up now. I mean, he said it right there in front of the whole world for to see.
Exactly.
So Zay screenshotted that comment and shared it on his Facebook, and I shared Zay's post or whatever. And shit popped off, bro. I have fuck,
Just a few.
how many comments are on this? Does anyone know?
About
It
150.
doesn't tell me. It's
200?
no, it's 130 maybe. It's not telling me.
I don't even know how to find out.
It's
It's a lot
130
of
comments or something. So basically, we're all putting this bitch on blast, both of them, just wow, that's fucked up. Because, when you think about it, majority of people know that that's not right. I don't know where you guys were raised, but, inner city Akron, you know that shit is fucked up. You can be as white as you want, but, you still have a moral compass, you know that shit's fucked up.
I was literally just about to
you can't
say.
even fake that shit.
Just because you were raised a certain way doesn't mean
Literally.
you don't have your own brain.
Preach.
Right.
Yeah.
You can learn from others, and even if you grew up around others that were
Right.
fucked up,
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
On top of that.
Come on.
And what's real fucked up is I remember I don't remember, maybe 12, 13, and I went to a mostly white school, and I remember people around my age or a little bit older would go around saying the word and saying that it meant ignorant. And I was just yo,
What?
what
What school did you go to?
what is going motherfuckers just didn't pay attention in U.S. history. I just no words.
So
No
It's
fucking
straight
words.
up history.
So the thing that
Also, if you're not in America, if you're a listener from overseas,
I'm sorry
Just,
you gotta my bad. Like
this is America.
This is American stuff. Like
we'll just play the Childish Gambino song real quick. This is America. Like just man, putting this shit into real perspective.
Dude, I was literally listening to Bonfire on the way over here.
So the crazy thing is that if it's not a problematic word and if it means ignorant, let's just say that there is something out there that says it means ignorant. We all have jobs, right?
Yeah.
Except, one person. Go to your work tomorrow. This is everybody do this. If you want to keep your job, if you don't want to keep your job, you want a great way to get fired.
Okay, don't listen to him.
If you want to listen, if you ever want to get a great, ass whooping and get fired in the same day, if you deal with like customers or you deal with like, just black people, go to work tomorrow and call them the N-word and see if they'd be like, "Oh, damn, what was I ignorant about?"
See them ask you, "Wait, excuse me, why do you think I'm ignorant?" No.
Go do yourself a favor. If you have a dog, take yourself for a walk. Take the dog for a walk.
Whatever
the case may be.
Let your dog take you for a walk.
Go down
Any
not
block.
even the hood. You ain't even got to go to the hood.
Any block in Akron.
Millie rock on any block.
Any block.
And yell the N-word 3 times and see if somebody doesn't come knock your fucking block
yell
off.
Yell it once. The hell?
And it all comes back to respect.
Bro, and that's the thing, though.
If you know what the word means and if you're trying to define it as something else and people don't like the word and you're still saying it, then you're fucked up.
It's all about, like, being educated. Like, if you use the word, you're not educated, period. And I'm not even talking like, oh, you don't have a higher education. Like, you didn't pay attention in 8th grade U.S. history.
Simple history.
It's general, like, life.
Yeah.
You should have learned this shit.
Yeah.
Like.
And so she goes on to say that, hey, he actually apologized to you or something along the lines of that. I have it right here.
I never got that shit. Got lost
Kristen
in the mail.
said that in this message right here. He's ignorant, meaning me. This is in the thread of the comments that were left under Kylie's post, her repost of mine. He's ignorant. Logan already said sorry for calling him out of his name, but he wants to drag this over Facebook. I'm going to make 2 points here.
Shit got lost in the mail. Never got it.
One, that contact of saying I'm sorry never made it to me because I can pull up phone records that are still under my Sprint account, and I can pull up phone records that are still under my new account with AT&T. Not a single phone call happened between me and Logan. Not a single text message was sent between me and Logan. Not a single Facebook message. Nothing. I'm not even friends with Logan, so he can't message me.
Not shit, man. Shit got lost.
So if
just
I talk shit about you and you find out, Chad, but if I tell Kylie I'm sorry and it never gets to you, do you think that how do you feel?
You didn't say it directly to
exactly.
me. It doesn't matter.
So I
count.
went digging. Kristen went and messaged me after the vacation, and this is the closest thing to a apology that had ever supposedly reached me. She said, "At least Logan owns up that he said a word that he shouldn't have said, and you can't own that you got mouthy when you shouldn't have." Even though in episode Fuck Larry, I clearly said that I did get an attitude back. So
holy shit, it's almost like you said it a second time.
Right.
Oh my god, that's wild.
So,
bro.
All right, let's back up here. If he said sorry, that is admitting that you said something that you shouldn't have said, which also admits that you said a racial slur. Because if I call you ignorant, do you expect me to say sorry for calling you ignorant?
No.
Because it's not that offensive of a thing to say.
It's really not.
It's just saying that you lack knowledge.
Yeah.
By definition.
Yeah, we're talking only definitions here.
If you're going to talk...
Webster,
yeah. Merriam-Webster. So if you're going to say sorry for what you said, that you're basically saying that you called me the N-word, which was a racial slur, and that's what you were apologizing for. But now you're owning up, and not only owning up, but doubling down on the fact that it just only means ignorant, and you're calling it and everybody else who is supposedly ignorant the N-word without any repercussions.
In turn, makes you an ignorant person.
It shows me only one thing. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm just
literally
spitballing at that point.
Bro, you can't say in one hand that you apologize. Hey, I'm sorry he said that. And if he said I'm sorry to her, whatever, I shouldn't have said that, whatever. Cool. You're great. You admit that was a wrong thing to say. That was great. But then you turn around and keep saying it, which tells me you're not sorry. You mean exactly what the fuck you said.
right. It's not a accident at that point. Like
Exactly.
It's not like it was just slip up.
like, yeah, you're just doing it on purpose. Like
certain. Oh, I was gonna say like a slip up, like certain somebody. You know?
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, dude.
Page.
Man,
What?
I just also want to say this.
both of them.
Dude, I'm not holding back names anymore.
Fuck it.
I don't give a
Put
fuck.
all these motherfuckers on blast. Don't do me wrong.
Kristen has said numerous times that we don't know what the Confederate flag means, and like she brought up the fact that we don't. Once she starts supporting Trump, she's all of a sudden racist and stuff like that. And it's not that, because to be honest with you, at the very minimum things, but there are some things that I actually agree with on Trump.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
like,
a
not
few-
everybody who supports Trump is a racist.
Exactly.
To be fair.
And I want
To
say
be
please
fair.
hold on,
But
wait,
the majority.
say that again. Say that one more time, just so that in case that this shit gets lost.
Say it again for the people in the back.
And disclaimer: we are agreeing with Chad. Me and Kylie are both agreeing with Chad right now at this moment when he says this exact same thing.
Not everybody who supports Trump is racist, but the majority most likely is.
We
likely.
agree with that. We don't think that everybody is a racist just because you like Trump.
Exactly.
Yeah, so then, like, just Trump's actually been saying and, like, doing a lot of things where you're like,
Kind of racist.
It's not too bad.
well, no. I mean, like, he's not too bad. Like, sometimes he'll do some shit and be like, damn, that's out of character
All right,
for
cool.
him.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
He had a good day today.
yeah, he had a good day. He must have
Yeah,
gone
just the
golfing
one
or
day.
some shit.
Yeah.
No,
So-
but, like, so he's been saying some, like, decent shit,
So-
off the wall.
Just now that we got that clear, because
Can we, like, just real quick, like, in regards to, like, the post that was made, all them comments, like, majority was just people being like, damn, like, this is fucked up.
Super
Majority,
like,
all of them.
Supportive.
their situation. Not really my situation, but their situation.
All
yeah,
of them.
and it's
And
like people
backing them.
people I haven't talked to in a long time are like, damn, Kylie, like, I'm so sorry you're going through this. Like, this fucking sucks. Like, and just being supportive and shit. Like, I've gotten like, because at one point my sister wanted to say, like, oh, well, Kylie's whole family is racist. Like, I had family members who saw that and reached out to me, and they're like, hey, I just wanted to let you know, like, we're not.
they're
like,
basically like,
we're
nah.
Yeah.
Nah, like, don't let her speak for all of us. Like, we're perfectly okay with you dating a black guy because we're not pieces of shit.
And
like,
I appreciate that.
for sure.
from the bottom of
like,
my
That's
heart.
what's up.
lots of love for that, for real. But and then I'm getting messages from like girls that I went, like this girl I went to fucking high school with. Like, I haven't seen her in like 5 years probably, and like she's just like, we're just, she's just like, I feel so bad, and like, just, I like really look up to you for like standing up for what you believe and this and that. Like, shit's hard, fucking sucks.
And
Like,
that's the reason why we're
I
doing
got
this
like
podcast.
a
pretty
whole
much, this
sister
episode.
and a niece and a nephew that I'll probably never see again. So yeah, this shit sucks.
So, all right, I'm gonna address that part here in a second, because this entire episode isn't about us just trashing them, and for me at least, it isn't, because even I'm gonna at the end of this, I'm still gonna show you why I'm gonna be the bigger person. Let's get to this Confederate flag shit.
We're just pointing out what happened.
Right.
People can make their own opinions.
Yeah, you can
The-
have your own assumptions here.
For the people that have the Confederate flag and wonder why people of my color and other white people that don't like it, or people in general don't like it, is kind of having to do something about this. In the 50s and 60s, the Confederate flag was revived with Senator Storm Thurmond's Dixiecrats, to show opposition to the civil rights movement, which obviously we know what the civil rights movement is: black people trying to gain rights in America. Want to know what the Dixiecrats were? I'll save you a bit of time. They were a short-lived segregationalist political party in the United States. It originated in 1948 as a breakaway faction of the Democratic Party, determined to protest states' rights to legislate racial segregation from what its members regarded as oppressive federal government. Their ideology was based on white supremacy, racial segregation, and Southern nationalism. Don't tell me how to fucking feel whenever I say that I don't like when you fucking throw that flag in my goddamn face, because it tells me this is what you like. Again, with the fucking making up definition shit. I had the facts right here on my fucking face. Show me a piece of paper where it says this meeting was held that changed the definition of this goddamn flag, or show me the meaning, the paper that said that this fucking
is the
meeting was held.
Definition
the definition of the N-word
changed.
Right. Please show me that, because it's still locked in American history. The same way that we keep the American history to a T of the amendments and the rights and stuff like that people have, that everybody resorts to. It's the same way I resort back to these same definitions. Definitions. That's a new word.
Definitions. Put it in the dictionary.
What is different? That's what I don't understand. Everybody can be like, oh, well, I have my rights. I can walk around with my gun. Okay, well, I can pull up the definition that tells me what I should believe in or not. Because last time I checked, you're not going to sit here and tell me that a word means something when it doesn't. You're not going to tell me that a flag means something when it doesn't. It's right there.
Yeah. We all have access to the same fucking sources. Think about that.
And what Kristen does is she fucking goes on fucking Facebook and she pulls up people who sit at their fucking computers all day.
The most right-wing ass shit.
And they post these memes and shit. And she's like, yeah, I agree with that.
This is America. And like
like, that's not facts though.
She actually shared this video.
Go Google it.
Like literally, I think it was today. She shared this video of like some guy. I think he was just trying to make a funny or something. And he was literally like crying, like bawling, and like talking about like how upset he was that Donald Trump's our president. And I'm like, no one's doing that. Because the caption was like, this is what liberals look like. And you're like, this is a dramatization.
It is just a
It's
meme.
not real.
Yeah, it's trolling.
Nobody's doing that. The thing is, like, it's a cycle. When you have a Republican president, there's a lot of activism going on the other side. So, like, now you're going to see a lot of liberal activism happening. But, okay, say the next president is a Democrat, for example, then you're going to see a lot of right-wing activism going on. It's just how it goes.
Right.
That's just life. Like, it's a cycle.
Right.
And for the people who want to always say, like, oh, if you don't like it, then leave.
You can do the exact same fucking thing because you did not own this land when you first came here. You
can do the same thing, or I'm gonna support everything that I can to get it to change, because this is just, where I was fucking born. Like, it's just, I'm not gonna up and leave. But at the same time, like, if I see no hope, hell yeah, I'm gonna fucking leave. I'm gonna do everything I can to get out of this bitch. Shit, like, is not looking up. Not gonna lie.
Go ahead, Chad. You love how.
What the fuck was I gonna say?
It
was when people say just leave, it's not realistic. You can't just leave.
Right.
You can't up and leave.
You can't just
Where do you
leave.
go?
You lose your job. Where do you go?
That's what I mean. Like,
you can't just move
if it gets
into
to
a different
point,
country.
Exactly. If it gets to a point, like, and I have to make that change for, like, my values and, like, my morality, then, like, I will work hard to do that. But it would also take, like, a lot of changes.
Lot of effort, like
Bro.
money.
Think about how much
everything would
it
change your
takes
whole
to
life.
become a citizen of a different country.
Right.
That shit is
Different
difficult.
languages, possibly.
Languages,
like, what the fuck?
finding a job, like,
And
it's
check this
a
out.
huge thing.
This is the thing that always confuses me, is that people say go back to where you came from and all that type of stuff. And it's like, you're telling people to go do something else. I have a problem with people who, whenever somebody says there's something wrong with America, and then somebody goes, well, leave then.
You can't.
Okay. Y'all's president has been saying make America great again, which directly implies that it's not great right now. And there is a video, I think we played it a couple weeks ago on this very podcast, where he's been calling this place comparing it to other shitholes overseas.
It's like a third world country.
It's like a third world country and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a hypocrite.
You can support that, but you can't support people who actually want to make positive changes, who want to make gun laws and stuff like that, so people stop dying here.
That's what I mean. Like, I'm gonna do everything that I can before I resort to that. But like,
all right,
it's
Listen,
America.
Let me go and jump to my point. You probably asked your question, why the fuck we're sitting here. My entire point for this entire conversation is to create a dialogue for people to understand that you can't say something to someone with intentions of offending them and then get mad when they get offended. I also want to create a pocket of open-mindedness, hopefully, at least, so that we can see eye to eye at some point. Even with them, I would be happy to sit down and have a conversation.
I mean, if they respect you, you respect them.
And
I know that people are going to be like, no, I shouldn't do that. But like, I'm the type of guy where I would like to see things progress rather than just say, fuck it.
Yeah. Real quick on that one. Like, I know some of the most like extreme right-wing people like ever, and still they'll be like, hey, how do my liberal friends feel about this? Like, what's your stance?
At
like,
least to see.
Just to know.
Yeah.
Like, just being curious.
Right.
Like it doesn't take that much to just like be a open-minded person. Like, just
but before we ever have that conversation, this is what I need from Kristen and Logan. I don't need no behind the doors scenes type shit. This is exactly what I need from them. I need a written apology. And I know, I trust me, I'm not sitting here to this day at all expecting any of this to happen, because they're pretty much locked into their own ways. And I mean, if you're that way, cool, great. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. But in case you want to sit down and actually have a conversation so we can move forward and actually be a part of the change that happens in this country, sit down and write a written apology for calling me the N-word. And I will apologize for disrespecting your property. Even though I apologize for the entire situation while minutes after it actually happened at the fucking hotel.
right.
Or call into the podcast and we'll have that same apology be said over recording.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting podcast.
It would be. But
very
I'm not having any conversations beyond that until those things happen. And until that happens, I'm going to continue doing the shit I did last night, posting whenever somebody says the N-word online and exposing the racism that they spew online. If you don't want that on social media, like she posted something saying that people need to start.
Anybody can see.
Right. She posted something online saying today that you shouldn't put what happened to people putting their stuff, keeping their stuff to themselves and stuff like that, and not going to Facebook about it. Well, why'd you spew your racism all over Facebook?
Yeah, and I feel like half of that is like, one, raising awareness, like
Right.
letting people literally putting people on blast for like
real.
the
People-
shit that they
people will
say.
think,
Like people have to
racism
be
is not real.
Right.
It's fucking real.
People have to be like fucking held accountable for what they say. Like there's no place for it. And also like you're gonna post that to your white ass friends on Facebook, but let me take a screenshot of that and share it. Let all my friends and family see it and get 133 fucking comments on that shit, butchering your ass up. Like. Because they're in their own little world to where they think that like shit's acceptable.
It's not.
And like real world is not. Like,
all right, so let me get done with
wild.
this. I just want to make this very clear to Kylie's family. I do not want your family to be torn apart. That is not my goal. That's not even what I wake up and have even a thought.
You don't just like wake up with the dream that your family gets torn apart?
No.
I just wake up and I'm like, man.
Fortunately, I
My
don't.
family's getting torn apart. It's great.
Kylie's
Love
in
it.
that situation.
And
Fucking like dreaming.
In a
Dreaming about it.
perfect situation, we all would be sitting down at this table right now having a conversation, even off mic, about how we can better ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not about to accept being called the N-word over it.
Right.
So I just wanted to let anybody who is her family or anybody that has any relation to her family know that my goal is not to split anybody up. I'm defending myself. I'm defending my race. I'm defending the fact that my people, which I'm only 2 generations removed from, were slaves.
Standing up for what you believe. Like, when did that become like such a crazy like thing to do? Like, you don't want to fucking stand up for what you believe? Like, it's not an off the wall top thing to do.
I'm not about to accept being degraded as a black man in America, where I already have a disadvantage to succeed in life. I refuse.
The facts.
But I do have enough respect for people who don't respect me enough to not call me that. To leave a bit of room, and I want you to hear this closely, to leave a bit of room to make a change from the outcome that has pretty much happened out of all of this. But again, none of this starts until a conversation that brings them with the understanding that the word isn't okay, and immediately followed with an actual sincere apology. I apologize that this entire episode basically has to be about why racism is shitty. But I shouldn't have to apologize for that.
Yeah, this shit needs to be said, honestly. And
I'm not sitting here trying to be a whiny bitch, as they say, or whatever the case may be. But you can't say something that's offensive and then expect me to not be offended. That is a complete contradiction of itself.
Easy peasy.
You say, get over the beach chairs. Like that, like get over it is literally. I think it was in Texas. There was police on a horse.
Okay.
And they stopped this guy or something like that. And they basically arrested him, tied him up, and made him walk behind the horses until they got to where they needed to be to arrest. And this was I think this week. That's the type of shit that's degrading. Call a fucking car to come pick that motherfucker up. That's degrading as fuck. You're gonna tie him up and then make him walk behind
a horse, which you're not even supposed to do in the first place.
Right.
They wouldn't do it to a fucking white dude.
That is the type of shit I'm talking about. Jeez. This stuff is in all of our faces. And shout out to what's the guy's name that was said he was looking forward to the podcast.
Oh, Sam Nuggebauer.
Shout out to you because you're
open-minded,
bro.
You're a real homie.
We all have had conversations where we don't agree with each other over politics, and that is it's one of the most divisive conversations. But I respect you enough, as you have your opinions that are
you're self-aware enough.
Yeah, you're at least aware enough to know. All right, cool. This isn't right. Mm-hmm. I may agree with a lot of things that Trump has an idea for. I may agree with a lot of things that Republicans talk about, but I know right from wrong.
Yeah.
That's all I ask for from this entire conversation, is to have more conversations with people that I disagree with in a way where we can actually sit down and have a conversation without disrespecting each other.
Yeah, for real.
And after being disrespected, I still sit here with open arms to have that kind of dialogue. Mm-hmm. But it won't start again until a actual apology and an understanding of what was wrong happens. So, I mean, that being said, question of the week.
No, wait, real quick. Real quick. So, I don't really know what to say on this matter, but, she just started tagging, Logan's, whole family.
That makes us very uncomfortable, by the way.
That makes me really uncomfortable.
Kristen, if you hear this,
I'll
probably see you at work. That is kind of weird.
Oh, God, they work together.
Listen, the reason why it's weird is because we know that if Logan has enough balls to call me the N-word to my face and then try to fight me over defending myself because of that, over some beach chairs, then again, the phrase is, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I don't know how crazy your family is, because you had to have seen this kind of actions from somebody. And I'm not sitting here degrading your family. I'm not sitting here talking shit about your family before you pop a fucking blood vessel.
Never said one word about that.
Don't have an aneurysm here.
But I don't know. So now I have to sit at my house because you're tagging people. Not only did Kristen also threaten Brittany, but she threatened me by saying that she was going to let
Karma is a bitch.
Yeah, saying that Karma's a bitch. And
I'm
she
not
was
going to stop him this time. Karma's a bitch.
We're in the wrong in Karma, though?
Bro,
what?
She literally said, and I posted this on my Instagram in case people don't believe me. She literally said that she said that Logan would beat my ass and she's not going to stop him from doing it this time, even though she didn't stop him the first time.
Karma's going to get Kristen.
So, basically, first of all, I've had Logan blocked since the first incident for obvious reasons. I don't fuck with him. That's all there is to it. If I don't want to see a motherfucker shit, Like,
you have that right.
There's one thing to, like, unfriend. Nah, fam, I'm gonna block him. Thanks, though. Also, like, don't start tagging people in my shit. Like, hell yeah, I'm gonna block those motherfuckers. And it's not because I'm a motherfucking pussy. Like, no. It's because I don't trust y'all, like, at all.
Keeping that negativity
like,
out of your
I've
life.
seen a lot of, like, wild shit. Like, part of the reason why I moved out of my mom's house is because of, like, the, like, literal domestic violence that he, like, just brought to the house. And, like,
and it's sad.
It's sad.
You can't feel safe at your own mom's house.
Right. So I left, and I refused to have that here. So, with that being said, yeah, I blocked your ass, and I think I had every right to.
All right, cool. So we
give us a nice pause.
Give
us a nice little 3, 2, 1, bitch. Oh, okay.
Wait,
what did we go?
The trigger word was motherfucking.
Yeah.
Motherfucking
Bitch. Damn, Chad. All right, we ain't calling them a bitch. Like I said, man, we ain't here to disrespect nobody's name and stuff like that. But again, because we're bigger people than that. This is again a podcast again where we can say what the fuck we wanted to. But we decided to use this week's episode to again create dialogue to kind of get the things that are facts off of our chests, so that there is no back and forth. Because at this point, what is there to say back? You can't say that the N word still means ignorant because we've
proved it wrong.
Disproved that. You can't say the Confederate flag it means what you think it means because there's facts online that proves that.
Prove that one wrong.
You can't sit here and say that you apologize because you didn't.
Yeah, and also like you can't say like, oh, like they just think I'm racist because I like Donald Trump. Like, no,
we proved that wrong.
No,
and on top of that,
it's not the same.
From the comments that were in the entire thread, you had to resort to finding other people that felt the exact same way as you to agree with you. The normal person that is even her family jumped in the comments, was like, yo, this is wrong.
Yeah.
Period.
For real,
I hate that word. Period, though.
Period.
Yeah, I've had like hella family, hella friends, like hella people that I haven't even talked to, and they're like, yo, like, what the fuck? And like good family friends, like friends that have known us all for years. And it's just like out of character. Like, I don't know. Growing up, my sister was never fucking like that shit.
Yeah, and they all had a common thing, and they said
like,
that Logan was a piece of shit.
Yeah,
that's literally a common
then
thing.
One day you wake up and your sister's head is like literally so far up some dude's ass that she like, just whatever. But like, I just thought of something. Let's hope I don't butcher it. But so there's like a saying, and it's like you can be a Donald Trump fan and not be racist. But if you're racist, you're most likely a Donald Trump fan. So, like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So, like, you can, yeah, whatever.
All right. Let's switch to something more positive, dude.
All right.
Is this positive? It looks kind of dangerous.
Actually, it's not that positive.
Let's switch to a nice little truck flipping over.
A truck carrying Twisted Tea flipped over.
Not Twisted Tea, bro.
What?
Yeah, our number one drink of the podcast. Oh my God.
Fly away.
So if anybody would like to donate to the Twisted
I think so.
All right. I'm not going to do the not safe for work question of the week because this entire episode has been not safe for work.
The truck flipped over. It was in what, Virginia or something?
Yeah, Pennsylvania.
So
nobody died. Nobody got hurt.
Well, that's good. But that poor Twisted Tea, man.
Shout out to those poor Twisted Teas.
That's my drink of choice.
Yeah.
Dude,
Shit's yummy. She's good.
It was like hundreds though. It's like a couple thousand.
Actually,
probably.
Get you fucked
my
up.
drink of choice.
Trolleys.
Trolley. Have you ever heard of Mad Dog?
I've heard of
Yes.
Dude,
Yeah.
literally tastes like juice.
Pretty
Really?
good. Yeah.
Literally juice.
Shit's strong though, isn't it?
It is. That's
Strong
what makes it so
AF.
fucking good.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this done in about 5 minutes.
All right.
Question of the week, and then we're gonna move on to Chad's riddle of the week. Not gonna do a not safe for work question of the week because this whole episode's been not safe for work pretty much. Well, hopefully it is safe for work because then it creates the conversation that people can have at work, whatever.
There we go.
Would you rather have, if I can get back to the fucking question, a 850 credit score or $1 million cash right now?
850 credit
That's
score.
what I'm choosing.
I'll take a $1 million for sure.
Why?
Because my credit score is already pretty good.
Oh my God. Whatever.
Well, I mean, I'm in the same boat. My credit score is already good, and I'd rather just have the mill. But like, if let's say I had like just a 600 credit score, right?
Yeah.
You take the credit
Still
score?
taking the mill.
Damn.
For sure.
Still taking the
I'm
mill.
taking the mill too.
Yeah, what
There's
the
a lot
fuck?
you can do with a mill.
Yeah, I mean, like,
You
you
can
think
get
about
your-
it, that's a
Get
lot
your
of
credit
money.
score up with a mill.
Yeah, true.
True, you
True.
could do that.
Just open up a credit card and just
Yeah.
start paying shit off. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Well, that was the question of the week, and if you didn't like it, fuck you.
Oh, so let us know how you guys felt about this episode. Like, you know,
Oh, yeah,
your
for sure.
feelings on it, your opinions, whether you liked it, whether you didn't, you know, just let us know. If you're from another country and you're like, oh my God, what the fuck is happening in America right now?
Oh, this is what happened.
Same.
This
We
is
don't know.
basically-
Same,
We don't
bro.
fucking know, but
We
we're trying to
don't
help
know.
it. We're trying to fix it.
Civil War's
What's
coming.
going on?
Civil War.
Yeah,
Chad,
just
man.
no one knows what the fuck's going on.
I just thought of a random ass joke. It had nothing to do with anything.
What's up?
Why don't they put
Oh, God.
bike pedals on wheelchairs for so when their arms get tired they can pedal?
Bike pedals on a wheelchair.
Yeah.
I
Well,
thought-
aren't your legs usually like not? Well, this is
Because
gonna
their
sound
legs
fucked
don't
up.
work.
You're a dick, bro.
Dude, I told you it had nothing to do with
You're a
anything.
dick.
I was gonna say, I mean, like, I don't know. Some people just have bad legs. Some people are just completely paralyzed.
It made you think though.
Did make me think.
Shout out to all our paralyzed listeners.
Damn.
We love
Feels
you.
bad, dude.
We'll send you some flowers.
Send your Addy. We'll send you flowers.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's up, that riddle, man?
real fast.
What's up? Damn you!
What's up? What's up? What's
You
up?
got somebody pregnant, dog? Like,
RFK's 22-year-old granddaughter found dead of suspected.
RFK. Who's that?
John F. Kennedy's something. Curse of the Kennedy.
yeah.
Oh.
Not.
Oh.
I
This
don't
is
know who
when
this
I-
person is.
This is
I
when I
just saw
edit.
them.
Found dead.
Found dead.
This is when I edit.
This is when
Okay.
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 All right. You guys ready for this fucking riddle, dude?
Yeah, go for
Hell
it.
yeah.
Well, wait. What was last week's?
Last week's
The
riddle.
second one.
Oh wait, I
Was,
remember that one.
what has
Because
a
I got
head,
it, didn't I?
a tail,
Oh, no, I
is brown, and has no legs?
What is it, Chad?
It was a fucking penny, dude.
If y'all
A
don't get that.
penny.
See, now that I,
Sorry, that was funny though.
I'm mad I didn't get that last week.
Do you want the easy one or the hard
Nah,
one?
fuck it. Just hit us
Easy,
with it.
easy. Give me a good chance here.
Of course, you want the easy.
Hell yeah.
Don't
I wanna
answer it,
feel good
though.
about myself.
Don't answer it until we stop
It's
recording.
so hard.
You
What
live
if
in
I
a
know it?
one-story
Just spit it
house
out.
made entirely
Wait,
of
wait, wait.
red.
Start over. Because Kylie was like talking.
What?
Damn it,
What? I'm
Kyle.
sorry. What? What's going on?
You live in a
Yeah.
one-story house made entirely of redwood. What color would the stairs be?
That one's easy.
Exactly. It's easy. It's too easy.
Really? Is it? It is?
Yeah.
You know it?
It's easy?
Say it again.
Yeah.
You live in a one-story house made entirely of redwood. What would the color of the stairs be?
Red?
It's a one-story house.
It's a one-story house.
So there
One
is no
story.
stairs.
There's no stairs.
Oh.
I'll give you the hard one though.
All right, let's
Do
start.
it.
Forward and forward I go, never looking back. My limit no one knows. More of me do they. Why is this like a fucking rhyme?
Why is it fucking? Start over.
Forward and forward I go, never looking back. My limit no one knows. More of me do they lack. Like a river I do flow, and an eagle I fly. Now can you guess what I am?
What the?
So our
Gosh,
to our
what's
listeners,
that?
hit that button that has like the backwards with like
Yeah.
15.
All
'Cause
right,
you're
I'll-
gonna-
Forward and forward I go, never looking back. My limit no one knows. More of me do they lack. Like a river I do flow, and an eagle I fly.
Bars.
Yeah, I feel like you should have sang that shit to like some Mariah Carey or some shit.
All right. Well,
We'll call Mariah Carey.
Think
up and
about
be
it.
Like, hey,
don't
sing this
Google
shit.
it. See if you can actually figure it out for yourself.
Think about
Yeah,
it.
don't Google it like
Don't
I
think
did.
about it.
Yeah, all right. All right. Again, thank you guys for listening to this
Tuning in.
painstakingly I was going to say concert for some reason. Podcast.
Thanks for coming to our concert.
Um,
It's been a blast.
episode 19.
Holy shit! 19.
Right.
Wild.
Again,
19
let us
weeks.
know how you felt about this episode. Did you learn anything? Did it change your mind about anything? Do you still feel the same way? Do you hate us? Literally anything as long as we can start a conversation, this is literally the goal of this episode. We want to be able to have respectful conversation. So you never know. Like this small thing could turn into something big where people actually can, start actually respecting each other but disagreeing at the same time. And if we could do that for our own neighborhood, maybe it can reach the entire world. It seems like something so unattainable, but somebody has to start it.
Mm-hmm.
So
inspirational as fuck.
Hell yeah.
Put that all on a t-shirt.
just
the
whole paragraph.
negative
like,
2 font.
Yeah, it's like 12-point font times New Roman.
In
single space.
What is this, MLA?
And it's like centered. So it's like. All right, guys. My name is Xavier.
My name is Kylie.
You already know, Chad.
This has been the East Park Podcast. Take it away, Bella.
Thank you for listening to East Park Podcast. See you next time.